Hey there, people. What's going on? This is Uncle Mike. So, the other day, I went to go see a band from Trinidad and Tobago called Kiss the Band, along with my friend's band, Wonder Band. My friend, by the way, is Colin Huntley, great drummer, who also is from Trinidad and Tobago. And I just wanted to share my thoughts about the show and and whatever else that's going on that surrounds the show. So before I do that, just want to put a quick disclaimer to say that this is just strictly my thoughts and my opinion. It doesn't mean it's the gospel. It just means this is what I think and what I feel, and that's all it amounts to be. However, you can leave a comment and let me know what you think. And, we can get a discussion going, or if you want something nice to say, I welcome it. If, you don't agree, then that's your opinion. I respect that, and we can just leave it at that. All right. So anyways, so I went to go see the band. And first up was my friend's band, Colin Huntley's band, Wonder Band. And by the way, this was in London at the O2 in the Indigo, by the way. So Wonder Band came on, and it featured two lead singers, and there was just keyboard, bass, drum, and a guy that did samples, which by the way was Colin's son. So anyways, the band was very tight. And I, have seen all the rehearsals and all the work that they've obviously put into it. And they definitely came. They delivered high energy. You name it. I mean, they came and they delivered. And that's the best I can put it, And I really, really, really appreciate that. Me being a musician myself, for those of you that don't know, yes, I am a drummer. Also, I am a songwriter and producer, okay? So, with that being said, from the music standpoint, it definitely was tight. I guess, there's always room for growth, but of course that comes with being consistent and also, staying at it, which I'll be making another point. Speaking of that, I'll be making another point about that later on, because something specifically does come to mind. So anywho's, obviously the audience received them very well, and I enjoyed myself. And obviously Kiss the Band came. They played, I would say, 90% of all the songs that were either hits or were on the radio or whatever. They had one or two new songs that they did. They even played one song that was a rock song. A lot of the music that they did was very creative, because of the hits that they had. Instead of kind of sticking to that, record kind of format, they kind of took it and gave it their own twist and stamp to it, which I really, really like and I really appreciate. Because to me, when I go to see a live show, I don't want to come and see a band, redo a record unless they are announcing that that's exactly what they're going to do. Then I know what to expect. But if I'm going to go see you play live, I want to see you play way beyond, what's being played on the record, so I can enjoy not just the song being played, but I can enjoy the musicianship, I can enjoy the entertainment, and I can enjoy the whole show as a package. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? So anyways, so that's exactly what they did. And it was great because there was a point in the show where the lead singer, Kes, he stopped to say, thank you to the audience and thank you to, and he was just being grateful. And one of the key things he said in his speech was, the band has been at this for about 11, 12 years, somewhere around there, okay? So we're looking at, well, I can't remember the year, but I know, being around for that long in this business, you know, obviously they've been around, you know, quite a long time. But anyways, but they've been around about 11 years. That's what he was saying. And so for them to have come this far, 11 years, hit after hit, year after year, growth, all these things, and still going, and for them to sound that they sound at this point, you know, I totally get it in terms of why they sound this tight and they sound this polished and this great. And one of the things that struck me, which was even funny tying into that statement, was that I was watching a video earlier that a friend posted on Facebook. And in that post, it was Denzel Washington, as a matter of fact. And Denzel Washington was giving his thoughts, actually an advice to kids and actors and actresses about how to be somebody great, and whether that means you being famous or not famous. But in other words, you know, you just being great at what it is that you're seeking to do. And one of the first things he said was there's a difference between having a goal and having a dream, right? Now, anybody can have a dream. Anybody, okay? But if the dream doesn't come with a goal, meaning you have a plan to reach the goal so that the dream does come to pass, that the dream simply means that's all it is. So in his speech also, he was saying that the reason why he got to where he got to was he stayed consistent, he stayed on it, and he had a plan, and that's why he reached his goal. You see? So the same thing that Denzel Washington is saying, that's the same thing that applies to Kester Band, you know? And that's why 11 years after the fact of, you know, recording, doing live shows. But in other words, they're just constantly at it, constantly putting something out, constantly trying something different, constantly. The key word here is consistently keeping at it, okay? And that's why they're attaining the successes that they have attained and still going, okay? And that's the very point that also Denzel Washington was making about how to make it, you know? And sometimes making it doesn't necessarily mean famous. Sometimes making it just simply means you accomplishing a dream, a goal, whatever it is, but you've accomplished it, all right? And that's the whole point. So anyways, so, you know, I just wanted to share that thought with you. And, you know, I hope that you walk away with something that inspires, something that will give you something to think about, something that will make you say, well, maybe, you know, I don't have any excuses. No, you don't have no excuses, because speaking of myself as a musician, I've attained quite a few dreams, quite a few accomplishments, and that's all because of staying at it, being consistent, and that's what it takes, okay? So, and on that note, that is my opinion, and that's the voice that I'm giving you to what I think on this one particular thing. So, I'm saying this to say, here's what I think, and I hope you enjoyed this. So please give this a thumbs up if you like this. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos and for more of my shenanigans and my voice and all these other good things to come. Okay? And yes, it's going to be on a consistent basis. So, also, leave a comment, share with people, your family, your friends, your social media, and let's keep this thing growing, okay? One love.